Welcome to a journey into Stoicism, where today we'll master the art of responding to disrespect with the poise and strength of a true Stoic sage. Disrespect, whether it comes from colleagues, friends, or strangers, can disrupt our peace and provoke reactions that might not align with our best selves. However, Stoicism, a philosophy with deep roots in the pursuit of virtue through reason, offers a blueprint for maintaining dignity and tranquility in the face of such challenges. Stoicism teaches us that our response to external events, rather than the events themselves, shapes our character and our happiness. When faced with disrespect, this philosophy empowers us to choose responses that reflect wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Today, we will delve into 9 Stoic approaches to transform potentially negative encounters into opportunities for personal growth and reflection. Imagine confronting disrespect, not with retaliatory anger or wounded pride, but with a calm, composed demeanor that diffuses conflict and asserts your control over the situation. This video will guide you through practical Stoic strategies to achieve just that. From redefining your perception of disrespect to understanding the intentions behind others' actions, each step is designed to reinforce your emotional resilience and enhance your interpersonal relations. Stay tuned as we uncover the powerful ways Stoicism can transform not just how you handle disrespect, but how you engage with the world. 1. Reframe your perception of disrespect. A fundamental Stoic strategy is to reframe how you perceive situations, including acts of disrespect. According to Stoicism, our upset from disrespect comes not from the actions or words of others, but from our own judgments about those actions. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, taught that we have the power to strip away the harm of insults by refusing to believe they possess the power to harm us. Begin by questioning the impact of the disrespect shown to you. Ask yourself, does this person's opinion truly reflect on my character or worth? Most often, you'll find it does not. Recognize that disrespect often says more about the giver than the receiver. People may act disrespectfully out of their own insecurities, frustrations, or misunderstandings. By reframing these situations, you detach your personal worth from others' opinions and focus instead on maintaining your tranquility. Practically, when someone disrespects you, take a moment to pause and breathe before responding. Use this time to remind yourself that you are in control of your reactions. Decide proactively not to give external circumstances, the disrespectful comments or behaviors, power over your inner peace. This approach doesn't just shield you from negativity, it empowers you to respond from a place of rational calm rather than emotion. Adopting this Stoic practice enriches your resilience, ensuring that your self-esteem is not tethered to the whims of others' respect or disrespect. It fundamentally shifts how you interact with the world, fostering a stronger, more composed version of yourself. 2. Maintain emotional independence. Stoicism teaches the importance of emotional independence, which is the ability to maintain inner peace regardless of external circumstances. When faced with disrespect, it's crucial to uphold this principle by not allowing others' negative behaviors to dictate your emotional state. This means consciously choosing not to be offended or upset by someone else's words or actions, understanding that you are the sole custodian of your feelings. To practice emotional independence, start by acknowledging that the only thing you can truly control is your own response. This doesn't mean ignoring disrespect or pretending it doesn't hurt, but rather recognizing that your reaction, your feelings, and your actions is within your power. When someone disrespects you, instead of reacting impulsively, take a step back to assess why their behavior might not warrant your emotional upheaval. Reflect on the transient nature of the moment. Remind yourself that the sting of disrespect is temporary, and that maintaining your composure keeps you aligned with your Stoic values. This perspective helps you avoid the trap of retaliatory anger or sadness, which only serves to escalate the situation and disturb your peace. Practicing emotional independence also involves cultivating self-assurance and a robust sense of self that is not easily shaken by the opinions or actions of others. Over time, this strengthens your ability to face not just disrespect, but any emotional challenge with a calm and composed demeanor, fully embodying the Stoic ideal of equanimity. 3. Respond with dignity and composure. In Stoicism, the manner in which we respond to external challenges, including disrespect, can either reinforce or undermine our virtues. Choosing to respond with dignity and composure not only reflects a commitment to Stoic principles, but also diffuses potential conflict and commands respect from others. This approach involves maintaining a poised demeanor, using measured words and showing respect, even when it's not reciprocated. When disrespected, it can be tempting to retaliate or mirror the negative behavior. However, Stoicism teaches us to act according to reason rather than impulse. Begin by taking a deep breath to center yourself and detach from any immediate emotional reactions. This brief pause allows you to formulate a response that aligns with your values rather than reacting out of anger or hurt. Articulate your feelings clearly and calmly if you choose to address the disrespect. Use I statements to express how the behavior affected you, such as, "I feel undermined when my ideas are dismissed without consideration." This method communicates your feelings without escalating the confrontation and often encourages the other party to reflect on their actions. Moreover, demonstrating grace under pressure can transform a potentially volatile interaction into a teachable moment for both parties. It sets a standard for how you expect to be treated and can often lead to increased respect from others. Practicing this Stoic response not only helps preserve your inner peace, but also enhances your reputation as someone who handles adversity with strength and maturity. Seek understanding and clarification. Stoicism encourages us to seek understanding and clarification before reacting, especially in situations of perceived disrespect. This approach is based on the principle that many conflicts arise from misunderstandings or miscommunications rather than intentional malice. By striving to understand the other person's perspective, you can better assess whether the disrespect was deliberate or simply a result of different viewpoints or emotional states. To practice this, when you encounter what feels like disrespect, calmly ask for clarification. You might say, "Can you explain what you meant by that?" Or, "I'm not sure I understood your point, could we discuss it further?" This opens a dialogue and gives the other person a chance to reconsider their words and intentions. It also shows your willingness to communicate and resolve issues, which is a core Stoic value. Furthermore, seeking to understand the context of the other person's behavior can provide insights into their actions. People often act out of their own struggles, fears, or insecurities that have little to do with you personally. By recognizing this, you can respond with empathy rather than hostility, which can diffuse tension and lead to more productive interactions. This Stoic practice not only helps prevent unnecessary escalations, but also cultivates patience and wisdom. It teaches you to look beyond surface reactions and to approach interpersonal challenges with a mindset geared towards resolution and mutual respect. Practice forgiveness and letting go. Stoicism teaches the importance of forgiveness, not as a concession, but as a means to free oneself from the burdens of anger and resentment. Forgiving someone who has shown you disrespect is not about condoning their behavior, but about preserving your own inner peace and moving forward without emotional baggage. This approach aligns with the Stoic ideal of focusing on what you can control, your responses and emotions, rather than trying to change others. To implement this practice, begin by acknowledging your feelings about the disrespect and then consciously decide to release them. Remind yourself that holding on to anger harms you more than the offender. Forgiveness, in this context, is an act of strength, demonstrating your ability to rise above pettiness and maintain your tranquility. You can start this process by reflecting on the imperfections of human nature, recognizing that everyone, including yourself, makes mistakes and can act poorly under certain circumstances. This perspective fosters empathy and makes it easier to forgive. Additionally, consider the temporary nature of most interactions. Understanding that life is fleeting can encourage you to let go of minor grievances. Actively deciding to forgive does not mean you must remain in close relation or forget the actions of others. Instead, it means you choose not to let these actions dictate your emotional state. By practicing forgiveness and letting go, you embody the Stoic virtues of courage and temperance, ensuring that your peace of mind remains intact, despite external provocations. 6. Strengthen your self-esteem. Stoicism promotes the cultivation of a robust self-esteem that is not dependent on the opinions or behaviors of others. When faced with disrespect, having strong self-esteem can help you remain unaffected by external judgments and criticisms. This self-assurance is rooted in a deep understanding of your own value and virtues, aligned with Stoic principles of self-awareness and personal integrity. To strengthen your self-esteem, engage in regular self-reflection to affirm your qualities and achievements. Recognize the areas where you excel and the values that you uphold, which contribute to your sense of self-worth. Remind yourself that your worth is intrinsic and does not decrease because of someone else's disrespect or misunderstanding. Practicing daily affirmations can also be effective. Begin each day by affirming your strengths and virtues. Phrases like, "I am competent," "I am resilient," or "I act with integrity" can reinforce your self-esteem and prepare you for any negative interactions that may occur. These affirmations help cement your identity and worth as defined by your own standards, not those imposed by others. Moreover, engage in activities that reinforce your positive self-view, whether it's through professional achievements, personal hobbies, or volunteer work. These activities can build confidence and help you internalize your worth. By strengthening your self-esteem, you equip yourself to respond to disrespect, not with defensiveness or insecurity, but with a poised assurance in your inherent value. This approach not only protects your emotional well-being, but also exemplifies the Stoic ideal of remaining steady despite external challenges. 7. Prioritize rational engagement over emotional reaction. Stoicism teaches the importance of responding to life's challenges with rational thought rather than emotional reactions. When faced with disrespect, it's crucial to engage rationally, analyzing the situation and deciding the best course of action based on reason rather than impulse. This approach helps prevent the escalation of conflict and maintains your inner peace, aligning with the Stoic belief in the power of logic and reason. To practice this, when you encounter disrespect, take a moment to pause and assess the situation calmly. Ask yourself what the best response would be from a rational standpoint. Consider the potential outcomes of different reactions and choose the one that promotes peace and resolution. For example, it might be more effective to address the issue directly through calm discussion rather than responding with similar disrespect or anger. Additionally, use this as an opportunity to practice the Stoic exercise of perspective-taking. Try to understand the reasons behind the other person's disrespectful behavior. Perhaps they are acting out of ignorance, stress, or their own difficulties. This doesn't excuse the behavior, but understanding it can help you respond more effectively and compassionately. Engaging rationally rather than emotionally in face of disrespect ensures that you act in accordance with your values and maintain control over your actions. This method not only resolves the immediate situation more effectively, but also contributes to your long-term development as a Stoic who values reason over emotional turmoil. 8. Cultivate empathy and compassion. In the face of disrespect, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate empathy and compassion, not just as moral virtues, but as practical tools for understanding and mitigating conflicts. This approach involves seeing beyond the immediate act of disrespect and considering the broader context of the other person's behavior. Empathy allows you to grasp why someone might behave disrespectfully, which can inform a more effective and peaceful response. To develop this response, start by considering the possible struggles or pressures the other person may be facing. Are they acting out of personal pain, stress, or misunderstanding? Reflecting on these possibilities can help you respond with compassion rather than retaliation. Remember, Stoicism teaches that people act according to their understanding of the world, and often negative behaviors stem from their misconceptions or their own difficulties. When you approach situations with empathy, you reduce the likelihood of escalating the conflict and increase the chances of a resolution that respects both parties' dignity. Communicate your feelings about the disrespect clearly, but also express a willingness to understand and forgive. This not only helps de-escalate tension, but also models the behavior you expect from others. By practicing empathy and compassion, you embody the Stoic ideal of responding to wrongs with a spirit of forgiveness and understanding. This not only maintains your inner peace, but also potentially aids in healing and improving the relationship, demonstrating the profound strength of Stoic principles in action. 9. Establish clear boundaries. A vital Stoic practice in dealing with disrespect is the establishment of clear, firm boundaries. Stoicism does not advocate for passivity in the face of mistreatment. Instead, it encourages us to define and assert our limits respectfully and rationally. Establishing boundaries is about protecting your mental peace and dignity, essential for maintaining Stoic tranquility and focus on personal virtue. When you encounter disrespect, it's important to communicate your boundaries explicitly. This might involve stating what behaviors you find unacceptable and what the consequences will be if those boundaries are disregarded. For example, you could say, "I value respectful communication. If we cannot discuss this respectfully, I may need to step away from this conversation until we can." This approach is not about ultimatums or control, but about self-respect and mutual understanding. Enforcing boundaries may require you to take actions such as ending a conversation, leaving a situation, or in ongoing cases, reducing contact with the person who consistently disrespects those boundaries. It's essential to follow through on the boundaries you set, as consistency is key in teaching others how you expect to be treated. By establishing and maintaining clear boundaries, you not only protect your well-being, but also teach others about respect and consideration. This practice aligns with the Stoic goal of living in accordance with nature, which includes respecting your nature as a rational and social being who deserves dignity and respect. As we conclude our exploration of the 9 Stoic ways to handle disrespect like a boss, we are reminded of the profound wisdom embedded in Stoic philosophy. Each strategy we've discussed today is not just about managing moments of disrespect, but about fostering a life of virtue, peace, and resilience. Stoicism teaches us that true power lies not in controlling others, but in mastering ourselves, our reactions, our emotions, and our judgments. Handling disrespect with Stoicism isn't about suppressing your feelings or ignoring the hurt. Rather, it's about responding in ways that align with your deepest values of dignity, rationality, and compassion. Whether it's by reframing your perception, practicing forgiveness, or setting clear boundaries, each method offers a pathway to not only preserve your peace, but also to elevate your character. Remember, the goal of Stoicism is not to diminish your experiences of disrespect, but to transform how you interact with and impact the world through them. By choosing responses that reflect wisdom and composure, you not only protect your inner tranquility, but also influence those around you in positive ways. Thank you for joining me in this journey through Stoic philosophy. If you found these insights helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that seeks to blend ancient wisdom with modern challenges. Engage in the comments below to share how you've implemented these Stoic strategies in your life or any other tactics you found effective in dealing with disrespect. Continue to cultivate your Stoic virtues daily, and remember that every interaction, no matter how challenging, is an opportunity to practice being your best self. Until next time, stay strong, stay wise, and live a life of virtue.